You say you want a healthy relationship, something stable, kind, grounded. No more drama, no more confusion, no more emotional roller coasters. But when you finally meet someone who is consistent and caring, something strange happens. You feel bored, flat, unmoved. You tell yourself, they're nice, but there's no spark. Something is missing. Maybe we're just not meant for each other. And then someone appears who is unpredictable, intense, a little unstable, and suddenly your whole body wakes up. Your heart races. You can't stop thinking about them. You call it chemistry. You call it passion. But very often, it's not chemistry. It's familiarity. If you grew up around chaos, inconsistency, emotional highs and lows, your nervous system learned to call that chaos home. And when you finally taste real peace, your body doesn't recognize it as love. It reads it as emptiness. Let's talk about why healthy love feels boring when you're used to chaos. Because you are not broken. You are patterned. And patterns can change. When you were a child, love wasn't just a feeling. It was an environment. It was the sound of voices in the next room, the way doors closed, the silence before someone exploded, the look on a caregiver's face when they were tired, angry, distracted, or unpredictable. If love came mixed with fear, anxiety, waiting, guessing, or trying to fix other people's emotions, your nervous system adapted. It decided, this is what love feels like. This is what connection is. So your body did something very intelligent. It wired itself to be hyper-attuned to chaos. It learned to watch every micro-expression, to feel every shift in tone, to anticipate every storm. Your brain linked intensity with importance. If your heart was pounding, your stomach tight, your mind racing, it meant, this matters. This is love. I need to stay. Now imagine you meet someone secure. They text back. They show up when they say they will. They don't disappear and reappear based on their mood. They listen. They don't make you chase, guess, or decode. For a regulated nervous system, this feels safe. For a nervous system shaped by chaos, this can feel empty. Because where is the rush? Where is the anticipation? Where is the high of finally being chosen after being ignored? Where is the familiar cycle of anxiety and relief? Your body is not just looking for love. It's looking for the pattern it knows how to survive. So when peace arrives, your mind doesn't say, finally, safety. It often says, I don't feel anything. This is too easy. I'm not obsessed, so it must not be real. But love is not obsession. Love is not the tightening in your chest when someone pulls away. Love is not the constant anxiety of not knowing where you stand. That's survival mode, dressed up as romance. Many people mistake nervous system activation for chemistry. The racing heart, the intrusive thoughts, the inability to eat or sleep when they don't text back. That feels like intensity. It feels meaningful. But sometimes your body is not saying, I deeply love this person. Sometimes it's saying, I deeply remember this pattern. This is what it felt like to wait for affection, to chase approval, to walk on eggshells, to earn love that should have been freely given. When you meet someone who doesn't trigger that pattern, your system doesn't know what to do. A calm message doesn't spike your adrenaline. A kind gesture doesn't send you into a spiral. No crisis to solve. No emotional fire to put out. So your body concludes, this is boring. But what if boring is just another word for regulated? What if no spark is sometimes just no trauma pattern being activated? Healthy love is often quiet. It is not a constant high. It is not fireworks every day. It is more like a steady flame than a wildfire. And if you were raised in wildfire, a steady flame can look unimpressive. You might even feel irritated by it. You say things like, they're too nice. There's no challenge. It feels one-sided because they like me more than I like them. But often, the discomfort you feel is not about them. It's about your nervous system slowly realizing it doesn't have a job to do anymore. No more scanning for danger. No more reading between the lines. No more rehearsing conversations in your head. And that absence of thread, at first, feels like an absence of depth. I want you to notice something important. When you say a healthy person feels boring, what you usually mean is that they feel emotionally unfamiliar. But unfamiliar isn't bad. Unfamiliar is just new. And new can feel uncomfortable when your whole identity was shaped inside emotional storms. Stability is not lack of chemistry. It's lack of trauma reenactment. Sometimes, your mind mistakes comfort for danger because comfort requires vulnerability. When someone is steady and present, You can't hide behind the chaos anymore. You can't blame the relationship. You can't escape into emotional intensity. Peace leaves you face to face with yourself. And that level of honesty can feel terrifying when you spent years distracting yourself with unstable love. There's also another layer no one talks about. Chaos can make you feel needed. It can give you a sense of purpose. You become the one who fixes, rescues, interprets, forgives. The caretaker, the emotionally mature one, the understanding one. It becomes a role that feels meaningful, even if it's exhausting. Healthy love removes that role. You don't need to save anyone. You don't need to earn closeness. You don't need to chase or prove yourself. You just get to be. And sometimes just being feels empty when you spent your whole life performing for love. There's also something else happening underneath the surface. Your nervous system may not know how to receive without giving. Healthy love requires openness, allowing, softness, letting someone care for you. For many people who grew up in chaotic homes, receiving feels far more vulnerable than giving. Giving means control. Receiving means trust. And trust is something your body learned to be careful with. So when someone healthy shows up, really shows up, it activates a deep discomfort because they're offering something your system isn't used to: safety without conditions, support without drama, connection without chaos, love without pain. And your mind doesn't know how to categorize that yet. This is why many people run from healthy partners and chase unhealthy ones. Not because they want pain, but because pain feels predictable. Pain has a pattern. Pain has a rhythm. Pain is something you know how to navigate. Healthy love is unpredictable in a different way. Not because it changes suddenly, but because it invites you to rest. And resting feels risky when your whole childhood taught you that something always goes wrong the moment you finally relax. On a deeper level, chaos gave you a role. Maybe you were the fixer, the healer, the sensitive one who could feel everyone's mood, the one who tried to keep the family together. In relationships, that can translate into the one who tries to rescue people, the one who falls for potential instead of reality, the one who chases emotionally unavailable partners because there is always something to work on, someone to save, some crisis to solve. A healthy partner doesn't need you to rescue them. They want to walk beside you, not beneath you or above you. And if your identity is built on being needed in crisis, this can feel like rejection. You don't feel important without chaos. So how do you begin to shift this? How do you reteach your body that calm is not danger, that peace is not emptiness, that healthy love is not boring? The first step is honesty. Admit to yourself, a part of me is addicted to emotional chaos. A part of me feels more alive in unstable connections. A part of me does not yet recognize safety as love. Not to shame yourself, but to see the pattern clearly. The second step is to bring your body into the conversation. When you are with someone calm and kind, notice what happens inside you. Do you feel restless? Do you feel the urge to pull away, pick a fight, or fantasize about someone else more exciting? Pause and ask, what does stability remind me of? What does chaos remind me of? Often, peace reminds you of unfamiliarity. Chaos reminds you of home. Gently, breath by breath, you can begin to associate a new feeling with love. Not the spike of adrenaline when they ignore you, but the exhale when you realize you don't have to perform to be chosen. Practice staying a little longer with healthy people, even when your mind says, this is nothing. You are not forcing yourself to love them. You are just allowing your nervous system to experience safety without immediately running back to the storm. Give healthy connections a little more time than you usually would. Not months, just moments. Because sometimes all your system needs is enough repetition of a new pattern to recognize, oh, this is what love can feel like. Let yourself receive tiny moments of safety without running from them. The quiet text, the gentle tone, the stable presence. Let them land in your body, even if they feel strange. Your nervous system won't shift overnight. But every time you choose calm over chaos, peace over panic, consistency over intensity, you teach your body that safety is allowed. Healthy love might never feel like the dramatic highs you are used to. But over time, it can feel like something else, grounded, reliable, peaceful, safe enough to be fully yourself. There is a part of you that is tired. Tired of crying over people who never really chose you. Tired of confusing chaos with destiny. Tired of calling anxiety chemistry. That tired part is your wisdom. It is the part of you that is ready to rewire what love means. You are not destined to chase storms forever. You can learn to let the wildfire burn out and to sit by a steady flame that doesn't need to prove itself with explosions. If this feels uncomfortably true, it's not a sign that you're broken. It's a sign that your body has been trying to keep you alive in environments where chaos was real. Now, you are allowed to offer it something new. A love that doesn't hurt you. A love that doesn't drain you. A love that doesn't require you to abandon yourself to keep it. And when safety becomes familiar, healthy love finally starts to feel like love. Not boring, not empty, but grounding, steady, and deeply alive in a quieter way. You are not longing for chaos. You are longing for connection. It's just that chaos was your first language. You're learning a new one now. And like any new language, the beginning feels awkward. But one day, peace won't feel strange anymore. It will feel like home. Healthy love is not boring. It's just quieter than your trauma. If you want to go deeper into this, into attachment, trauma, the nervous system, and the patterns that shape your relationships, explore the other videos on this channel. You were not born to chase chaos. You were born to recognize peace.